make it happen. I'm at a young age.
What's going on, everyone? This is Steve Croft from Staples Business Advantage, back again with another episode of Steve's Biz Advantage, where I'm going to be sharing weekly tips to help you become more productive, happy, and healthy at work. So without further ado, let's get down to today's video, where I'm going to be sharing with you my top 3 note-taking tips. These tips are meant to help you retain information while you're taking notes. No matter what industry you're in, no matter what professional skills you're trying to develop, you're going to have to learn new skills as your career progresses. That's a certainty. What is number one? Number one is a classic that probably we all do, and that's highlighting. Whether when I'm reading a book, I like to highlight whether it's a passage, an entire quote, or just a single word that I really like or want to look up the meaning of later. I will highlight it. When I highlight it, I tend to use the True Red series of highlighters. Bright, consistent, they don't fade over time. They do everything you would expect a highlighter to do. And then also they have the Squircle design, which means they have rounded edges. So when you go to write with it, it's comfortable, it feels good in your hand, you can use it for hours on end, very ergonomically friendly. And then why it's a squircle and not a circle is because it has squared edges. And the point of those, if you were to drop it on your desk, it's not going to roll off. Nothing will kill your momentum in a sales presentation, a meeting, or a YouTube video more than dropping a pen and just slowly watching it roll off the table. It's awkward, it's embarrassing. If you can avoid it, why not? So that's number one, is highlight the passage or the quote or the word that you'd like to revisit and make it easy to find on that page. Now, how do you find that page you want to go back to? Well, you can see here, I like to use color-coded tags. So in case you're wondering, this is a book that I've read recently called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Very motivational story from an ex-Navy SEAL who really changed his life, did a complete 180. If you haven't checked out this book, I would highly recommend it. But what I do, I use color-coded Post-it notes. So I'll have a certain color for quotes that I like. I'll have a certain color for words that I want to look up. I'll have a certain color for pages that I find motivational. That's how I color code the books. But I ran into a little issue, is that I'm a little weird, in case you haven't noticed, and I like to read books when I'm in the sauna. I like to go in the sauna after most of my workouts. That's a whole other post, but there's a lot of health benefits to it. The only downside is it can get a little bit boring in there. You're just sitting in a room by yourself. So I started reading books while I was in the sauna. But when I was using regular Post-it notes, when it got too hot or if I happened to sweat on the page by accident, I don't want to get into too much detail, it's gross, but the Post-it notes weren't sticking properly. So I actually switched to the Extreme Post-it notes by 3M. What I like about these is that the basic selling point on them is that they're more sticky than a regular Post-it note, and they'll stick in situations when a regular Post-it note wouldn't. For instance, like in my case, in extreme heat, but it could also be extreme cold. We have some clients in construction that are working outside and need to put up reminders on the job site. Great tool. They also work really good in a healthcare setting. We have some clients that, in nursing homes put these up in the showers for reminders for themselves or for their patients, So, and in my case, I use them to take notes in the sauna. So very versatile product that 3M came out with recently. I use the 3M Extreme Post-it notes for note taking. Last but not least is I like to when we get down to the actual note taking part of it, so I've highlighted the passage or the quote or the word that I like. I've tagged that page for easy reference. Now I actually go to the inside cover and I write down the page number along with if it's a quote, a motivational piece, a word, and I have kind of like my own table of contents within the inside cover of the book. And then I also use a True Red notebook if it's a kind of a complex idea or a heavy subject, and I know I'm going to need to actually put in a lot of focus to retain this information that's just not clicking for me. I will take notes in my True Red notebook, but I won't just write it down word for word. I will take the idea they presented in the book or in the article, whatever the case may be, and I'll paraphrase it in my own words. So I'm writing it down, which increases retention, and then I'm paraphrasing it, which increases my understanding, because if you can take someone else's idea and explain it in your own words and try and make it a little more simple, it'll help you retain it better. So that's my 3 tips on how to take better notes when you're studying or trying to learn new skills for a better retention. And again, I use the True Red highlighter, the True Red notebook. And I also am a huge fan of the 3M Extreme Post-it note. So if you would like more information or more of a detailed product review on any of those products, please let me know. I appreciate all the support I've been getting on here. Please continue to like and share this post with your friend or with your friends. Hopefully you have more than one. And yeah, I really appreciate the support. So until next time, thank you for watching this episode of Steve's Business Advantage, and hope everyone has a great day.